Welcome back to the Montezuma Blitzball League. This is the second game of the 2026 regular season. We got a great matchup today between the Mallards, who brought back Dakota and had the second overall pick with Cade, going up against the Hurricanes with a brand new team with Landon and Calvin now on the Hurricanes. Should be a great game. We'll get right to the interviews.
I'm here with the captain of the Hurricanes, Eric. First game of the year. You made a lot of moves here in the offseason, acquired Landon in free agency and drafted Calvin first overall. So what are your thoughts overall today going up against the Mallards?
Yeah, I'm really excited. I feel like we got a good team this year. Definitely got some good bats. Last year, that was our main struggle, and I think we got the bats that we need this year. So, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the game today.
And what are your thoughts on facing Lane? He was last year's Cy Young. So what are your thoughts on facing him and Dakota?
Lane, he's a good pitcher. He can be fastball heavy. So, yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we can adjust to that, and, yeah, hopefully we can put up some runs against him.
All right, Hurricanes are ready. I'm here with the captain of the Mallards, Lane. You came off the season winning Cy Young, but y'all just came out short there in the semifinals against the Spartans. So what are you looking to do here today? Got Dakota back, drafted Cade, going up against the Hurricanes. What are your thoughts on today?
We're just trying to go out here and play as a team together and just get on base, pass the baton, us hitting and pitching, just throw strikes. I know we have good stuff. If we can just throw strikes, fill up the zone with all our pitches, we should be fine. Hopefully we can get out here with a dub to start the season off on the right foot.
Yeah, and Eric and Landon, both very nasty on the mound, but their biggest question is if they can throw strikes. So what are your thoughts on facing Eric and Landon on the bump today?
Yeah, they can be some of the best pitchers in the league if they can fill up the zone, but sometimes you never know. So we're probably just going to take it one pitch at a time. Whatever we see, just either swing or hold back. I trust my guys that know what they're doing, and we should be fine.
All right, they're ready. We'll get right into the game. All right, we are getting into game 2 of the 2026 regular season. The Hurricanes did win the bat toss. They will be home today. All right, Eric will be starting for the Hurricanes today. Eric had a great year on the mound last year. And Lane will be the leadoff batter. Batted .375 with 2 home runs. All right, Lane coming up to the plate. Lane is leading off, changing things up from last year. Lane batted .375 with 2 homers. First pitch, knuckleball down the middle for strike 1. Great pitch from Eric. In play right there, Eric. Easy field and play for Eric to get the first out of the inning.
Ew. Right to him.
All right, Dakota blew everyone away last year. Batted .381, 3 homers, finished second in silver slugging. One of the most clutch batters. See what he does today. 1-0 is the count of Dakota. Swings and misses on an inside screwball. Great pitch from Eric. Gets the outside for strike 2. Eric filling up the zone. Just so you want to see if you're a Hurricanes fan. That will make it 2-2. In play, that is ripped down the first base line. Gets past Calvin. Dakota is headed for second. He will stay at first. Great play from Calvin to get it in quick. That will be a hard hit single. First of the year for Dakota. Dakota keeping things rolling at the plate.
Yes.
Let's go. Let's go.
Hey, get on 2, run. Run! Oh, never mind. Okay. Good hit. We'll take a single.
All right, Cade making his debut in the Montezuma Blitzball League. First pitch he sees is outside for ball 1. Gets the outside. Great pitch from Eric for strike 1. Clips the outside. Great pitch from Eric to make it 2-2. Can Eric get the second out of the inning here? Hits him to make it 3-2. 3-2 is the count. In play. That is fair. No one picks it up. Miscommunication. Dakota will stay at second. Base hit from Cade. First pure at bat gets a base hit. Great things from Cade. Wow, great start from the Mallards here. 2 base hits with Lane back up to the plate. 1-0 is the count to Lane. Fouled back. Just misses that one to make it 1-1. 1-1 is the count. Screwball, that is cranked in the air. That is way out of here for a 3-run shot. Lane is coming back. making his statement on this league.
This is 1-1.
Swing and a drive! That's way gone. Holy cow. What a hit by Lane. A 3-run shot. And the Mallards offense is looking good to start 2026.
Let's go.
Swing and a drive! That's way gone. Hold off there.
Ah! Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Dakota back up to the plate after that hard base hit down the line. Riser gets the inside. 5-1. It's in play. Fouled it off for strike 2. That will make it full count. What does Eric go with here? Screwball just misses up. That will be another base runner for the Mallards.
Good. That way. You just lost an over there, Dakota.
All right, Cade back up to the plate. Riser, bottom of the zone for strike 1. Eric has been known to struggle with the speed limit. See how that affects him today. In play again, right to Calvin. Calvin throws it to Eric. Could have tagged Dakota if he was paying attention, but they get the out anyways at first. That will be 2 outs now with Lane, who just hit the home run, back up to the plate. 4-0 is the count. Clips the outside for strike 1. 5-1. The ball leaves it. That will put a man on first. Man on now first and second with Dakota, who has not gotten out yet. Back up to the plate. The 1-0. Swing and a miss on a gross screwball for strike 1. Full count. What does Eric go with here? Hits him. That will be ball 6. That will load the bases with Cade, who put the ball in play both at bats so far, in his debut. Back up to the plate. 1-0. Goes back to it. Lands it for a strike 1. Great pitch from Eric. 2-2 is the count. What a pitch from Eric. Finally gets out of the inning, gets out of the jam, limits the damage to 3. But not after the Mallards put their statement on the game with a 3-run shot from Lane. Going here in the bottom of the first.
Let's go score some runs now. That's on me. Let's go score.
All right, after the Mallards put up 3 from Lane's 3-run shot, Dakota will be coming onto the mound. Dakota did struggle last year throwing strikes, so we'll see if he can't keep things under control here in the bottom of the first. All right, Eric, leadoff batter for the Hurricanes. 5-0. Misses behind him. That is a 6-pitch walk to get things started right for the Hurricanes. And Landon making his appearance on a brand new team after spending the last 3 years on the Spartans. Decided to change it up, went to the Hurricanes. First at bat as a Hurricane. Change up, misses up. In play, down the third base line. Lane picks it up, can he beat it out? He will not. That is a base hit for Landon. I'll put a man on first and second with no outs. All right, Calvin coming up to the dish. Also, brand new team. First overall draft selection in the 2026 draft. See what he does today. First pitch. Knuckleball leaves it low. The 1-0. In play, that is deep. That will get over Cade's head. That will be down for a base hit. Perfect start from the Hurricanes. All 3 get on base. All right, after Calvin's base hit up the middle, I will bring it back Eric. Fun fact, Eric has not had an RBI any last year, so looking to get his first RBI today, and now would be a great time to do it. 2-0 is the count, Eric. Misses outside. One more ball and Eric will have his first RBI as a captain. But it's down the middle for strike 1. Eric takes a big hack at it to make it 5-1. 5-1 pitch. Gets the top of the zone. Dakota coming right back into it. Can Dakota get the first out of the inning? Swings and misses on an inside screwball. Dakota comes back from 5-0 to get the first out of the inning. Great stuff from Dakota. And the Mallards are making the switch to Lane Nisley, the former Cy Young. Looking to try to keep the damage here to 0. That would be huge if they can get out of a bases loaded, no outs jam. The 2-0. Fouled back right at 80. Hurricanes looking to get on the board here. Or can Lane clutch it up here and get the out? In play. That will be foul. Full count pitch once again. Fouled it off again. It's still 82. Full count pitch once again. Did he go? Yes, he did.
Did he go? Oh, he went? Oh, sweet. Third around.
All right, after the check swing strike from Landon, Lane is 1 out away from getting out of the jam. First pitch on the outside for strike 1. This would be huge for the Mallards if they could get out of this here. Fouled off from Calvin to make it 0-2. This would be huge if he could get out of it. Gets the outside right at 80. Clutch stuff from Lane. After bases loaded, no outs, they come back to get the next 3 batters to keep it scoreless here in the bottom of the first. We will go to the top of the second, 3-0.
Go! Go, let's hit some more.
After that crazy bottom of the first, controversial calls, it is still 3-0 here in the top of the second. Landon will be coming onto the mound here, making his debut as the Hurricanes pitcher. See what he does today. 2-0 is the count to Lane. Gets the swing and a miss on outside screwball for strike 1. 4-1 is the count. 83. He is safe. Lane is popping off here at the plate today. Even though it's 83, still got the base hit, ball in play. First pitch to Dakota, who's also having a good day today. Swings, big hack at the outside slider to make it 0-1. Full count. Landon needs strikes here. Just misses inside. Great lead from Dakota. 5-1 is the count. Misses just low. Don't know how that missed. That will load the bases with no outs. Alright, Lane back up to the plate with the bases loaded, no outs. First pitch, sinker, whatever you want to call that. Swing and a miss for strike 1. 5-1. At what point do you bring Eric back in the game just to throw strikes? Hits him for ball 6. That will bring in a run to make it 4-0. In play. Right to Landon. Landon picks it up. Real bad throw from Landon. That will score 2. After an error from Landon, that is what should have been an out, turns into a double for Dakota. Score is now 6-0. Mallards blowing it out here in the top of the second. Eric coming back in for the Hurricanes after Landon walked the bases loaded and makes an error. Hurricanes need to throw strikes here. Gets the top of the zone for strike 1. 4-2. Clips the corner. Perfect pitch. You can't place any better than that for the first out of the inning.
What? No, we are the underdogs. Well, we were.
Eric trying to limit the damage here. Lane trying to put more runs on the board. In play. Eric running after it. He makes the catch. Did not think he was going to be able to make that catch. It looked like it was way out of play from here, but he makes it. For the second out of the inning. 3-1. In play, that is foul.
You're on it.
Full count. Can he get the final out of the inning here? It is in play. Right to Calvin. Calvin bobbles it. Can't make the play. That will bring in 1. Brings in 2 runs. 2-run score. Great base running from Lane. 2 RBI single from Dakota to make the game now 8-0.
Let's go.
In play, foul. Cade is seeing the ball well today. 2 balls in plays with a base hit. Great pitch from Eric to make it 1-2. Gets the outside. Great pitch. After a long, frustrating inning from the Hurricanes, they finally get out of it. Not after the Mallards put up 5 that inning. Score is now 8-0 going to the bottom of the second. All right, Mallards offense putting up crazy big numbers. It's now 8-0 going to the bottom of the second. Dakota is coming back into the game, trying to get his final 2 outs. All right, Eric up to the plate, trying to get things started in the right direction for the Hurricanes here. First pitch. Changeup misses outside. New pitch Dakota's been working with. In play, Dakota bobbles it. Cade picks it up, he bobbles it too. First base hit of the year for Eric. Just the way you want to get it started for the Hurricanes.
I mean, at this point, it's just like they've got 8 runs on us. We have, let's go, Eric, run it out. Run it out. Speed, let's go. Yeah! One at a time. Yeah, at this point, we have nothing to lose.
Big hack at an outside slider for strike 1. Swings the fouls off the changeup to make it 1-2. Dakota way ahead. This would be big. Chases the high riser right at 80. Great pitch from Dakota to get the first out of the inning. And 1 more out, then Lane can come back in. All right, Calvin. Back up to the plate. First pitch. Great knuckleball from Dakota for strike 1. Dakota being risky, throwing that many slow changeups. See how that works out for him. Gets the top of the zone. Great pitch from Dakota. Calvin trying everything to get on base here. Full count. Misses outside. Great at bat from Calvin after starting 0-2. Knuckleball. Eric takes a hack out of strike to make it 1-2. Full count is the pitch. Can Eric get on base? And he does. That will load the bases once again. Now just can the Mallards can the Hurricanes take advantage of this here and put some runs on the board? Swings and misses at a inside strike to make it 1-2. 3-2 is the count. Swings at an outside slider. Dakota clutches up. Now Lane can finish the rest of the game, or do they stay with Dakota here? 2 outs once again with Calvin back up to the plate. They decide to leave Dakota in. See if the Hurricanes can take advantage of that, or was that the right call? First pitch clips the outside. Great pitch for strike 1. Great lead from Calvin to make it 1-1. In play, that is deep, and that is in the pond! Grand slam from Calvin! Calvin is on a roll today.
1-1. Fastball hit deep, and that's gone. Grand slam for Calvin. The Hurricanes have life in the bottom of the second. Let's go, Calvin. No, he's not.
Mallards decided to leave Dakota in there for 1 more at bat, and that turned out to be the wrong decision. Grand slam from Calvin, the 3rd player, to cut the lead in half to make it 8-4.
Let's go! Thank you. Let's freaking go. Let's go.
All right, after the grand slam from Calvin to cut the lead in half, Lane is now coming in. First pitch, strike the slider. First opponent will be Eric. Leaves it outside. In play, right to Dakota. Dakota fields it, and they make the play. Lane had to dive for it, but he hangs on to it. They'll get out of the inning, but not after the Hurricanes put their statement in the game. Score's now 8-4 going to the top of the 3rd.
Oh, did I actually throw the bat this far? I'm sorry.
What do you guys say, Calvin?
Halfway's there.
Halfway's there.
good.
Run it out, Eric.
Eric, grounded to Dakota. Flips it, Lane makes a great play. Go get the
Okay, where's any more of that?
All right, Eric pitched all of his outs, so Landon has to pitch this whole inning here, unless they make the decision to go to Calvin. Calvin is not known for his arm here, so Hurricanes just trying to limit the damage here in the top of the third, trying to hit another grand slam in the bottom of the third to tie it up or walk it off. All right, Landon back on the mound after not recording any outs in the top of the second. In play, that is in the air. Landon is under it, and he makes the grab. That is big for the Mallards. After not throwing a single strike that at bat, getting the fly out. That is just what you need from the Hurricanes. Trick me. All right, now Dakota up to the plate. Landon looking to get these last two outs. First pitch, great pitch on the outside, right at 80 for strike one. Slider misses inside. Shout out the Montezuma firefighters, Macon County, running off the distance. Misses up to make it 2-1. 5-1 is the count. Landon needs to get strikes. Misses outside. That'll be the first base runner of the inning for the Mallards. Landon needs to find the zone here to limit the damage. Gets the outside right at 79. Great pitch. Full count pitch. Big pitch here. Can Landon find the zone? And he does. That is hit up the middle though. Landon picks it up, still makes the out at first. Throws it to second. Dakota will be safe at second. Landon stays with it after Cade ripped it up the middle for the second out of the inning.
Out of way. Nice. Run, 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 run. Oh, bro. Oh, Coda. Run. You almost out. Cody needs to lock in.
2-0 is the count to Lane. Sinker, knuckling, whatever you want to call that pitch, gets the top of the zone for strike one. 4-1 is the count to Lane. Landon needs to find the zone here. Can he do it? Great pitch on the bottom left corner, make it 4-2. Can Landon get the last strike and out of the inning? He does, gets Lane to expand. That will end the inning. Going to the bottom of the third, Hurricanes need 4 to stay alive. All right, Lane trying to close it out here. Landon has had success off of Lane from last year in the postseason. We'll see what he does today. In play, that will be foul. 3-1 is the count to Landon. Swing and a miss, big hack at a top of the zone fastball to make it 3-2. 4-2 once again. Step out screwball, gets the swing and a miss. Lane getting creative there on the mound for the first out of the inning. All right, Lane gets the first out of the inning. Faces Calvin, who just hit the grand slam. Calvin looking to get things started here for the Hurricanes. 2-0 is the count. Swing and a miss on an inside slider. You can't place it any better than that from Lane. 2-1 pitch. Foul ball to make it 2-2. 2-2 is the count. Step out screwball in play. Did he do it again? Yes, he did. Back-to-back home runs for Calvin.
quick pitch, driven deep. Calvin with his second home run of the game. It's a high five from his dad. Oh, is he him? Is he him? What?
Back-to-back at-bats. Calvin is on a roll today. Wow. Second home run of the day. Does not happen that much. Calvin is on a roll right now. Wow. Early Silver Slugger favorite, question mark. Swing and a miss on a slider. Great hack from Eric. Full count. Can Eric get on base? And he does. Great take from Eric. Keeping the ball rolling here in the bottom of the third. Hurricanes trying to get the ball moving here, trying to work a comeback. First pitch to Landon. Swings and misses on the slider. Landon been expanding on the zone today. Needs to calm it down here. slider expands again. Falls to 0-2 quick. What does Lane go with here? Oh, hesitation. Swing and a miss, but it's 82. Gets the outside bottom part of the zone. Great pitch from Lane. For the second out of the inning, the Mallards are now 1 out away. But Calvin is up to the bat again. If he'd hit another home run here, he'd be the first ever to have a 3 home run game in Montezuma history. Can he do it? Or will the Mallards secure their first win of the season? First pitch. Slider leaves it. 2-0. In play, popped up, Lane running after it. He makes the catch. Diving play to end the game. What an effort from Lane. Puts his body on the line.
Pops it up. Lane's tracking. He's gonna make a play, and oh my goodness, what a catch by Lane! Is that game? Lane just won the game for the Mallards with an insane catch.
Wow, that is insane. Great game. Hurricanes started battling back, but the lead was just too much for them. Final score is 8-5. Ended the game.
And oh my goodness, what a catch by Lane!
Come on.
Is that game?
Let's go.
Lane just won the game for the Mallards.
Come on.
Ow.
Insane catch.
That hurt?
Not too bad. Good game.
All right, Eric. Tough game today. Y'all started coming back from 8-0. Y'all put 5 on the board, but just fell up short. So what are your thoughts on the game and what went wrong?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how we hit. I did have a few at-bats that I definitely should have put up some runs and struck out with bases loaded. And, yeah, we had our chances to score and still scored 5 runs even after not scoring in that first inning. But, yeah, we got to lock down our pitching. I didn't have a good first inning. And, yeah, I think it's only up from here.
Yeah. And Calvin had 3 base hits today, 2 home runs. Not very often someone hits 2 home runs in a game. One of them was a grand slam too. So what was going right for you today at the plate?
I don't know. I was just seeing the ball. I guess things were just working. I wish I could have done all that. In the first inning, I struck out with the bases loaded. To end the first inning, obviously, I kind of made up for it later on, but just couldn't quite get enough for the win. But this is definitely a good sign going forward. Definitely excited for the remainder of the season.
Yeah, if Landon's throwing strikes, promising things here from the Hurricanes. I'm here with the captain of the Mallards, Lane. The player of the game had a 3-run bomb. You're very good on the mound today. So what were your thoughts on the day in general? What went right?
We played pretty good. We put the ball in play. We put pressure on them. Got some walks. What we need to do, but I think there's still room for improvement hitting-wise. I think we could have scored more than 8 runs there, but we just kind of came up short a little bit. And then pitching, we can improve on that too a little bit as we let runners get on base, and they had a couple clutch home runs, but still a great day overall. And yeah, I'm excited for the rest of the year.
Yeah, what do you have to talk about Calvin having 2 home runs and single-handedly putting 5 runs on the board, trying to come back from 8 runs? What do you have to say about that?
It was pretty good. It was 2 pitchers a little middle. They were middle. It's good hitting, but we got to execute pitches better than that. But yeah, he put 2 great swings on them, and yeah, that's about all they could do really all day is Calvin, but that's okay.
All right.
I kind of sold on that. Cut that out. Cut. Cut the last 5 seconds.
All right, Mallards advanced to 1-0 for the first time in franchise history. We'll see y'all at the next one.